That's the most money I made on a car. I bought a Tahoe back in the days in Miami. It was right in the downturn of the economy. It was 2010, I think. So nobody wanted to buy Hummers or big trucks. And it was a 2008, if I remember well, Tahoe black, you know. I paid $22,000 for it. It was almost new at 5,000 miles. Nobody wanted to buy those anymore. And you know, I used it in Miami for a couple of months, and I was still living in St Maarten back in the days. So I shipped the car to St Maarten. And of course, driving in St Maarten, you trash the car. You know, the roads are like this, and you get all those vines, and you know, the paint was destroyed. Anyways, keep it in St Maarten for a year and a half, and I'm like, you know what? I want to have fun. I'm going to France for a little bit. Let's ship the car to France. And it's a very complicated process because you need it's not really legal to get a plate. You need to go through what they call les mines, and basically they make you change everything because up to the seat belts are not legal for France. You need to change them. Blinkers, I mean, all the lights needs to be changed because not CE certified, and even the windows. So when you go through that process, it can take up to a year, you know, to get your registration because you need to change all those parts or adapt them. So you need to cut through, you know, the tail lights and put that different blinker. It's a mess. But in France, same thing. If you know the right people, I got it in 2 days without inspection. So I was very happy. I had my license plate. I was driving and being insulted every day every time I was going to the gas station because yeah, that tank was about 250 euros, and the fuel economy is horrendous. So couldn't fit driving in the cities because the roads are like this. So I was actually driving on the sidewalk sometimes in Marseille, right? And so people were really unhappy with the whole thing. The most beautifully on the highway, you drive. And it's not a fast car, but people were getting out of the way. They would see you, you know, behind in the mirror. They will go. They were scared because you know Clio is like this, you know, and people had a lot of smart cars, you know, back in the days. Everybody was freaking out with that car. You know, back in the days, I mean, in France, I think you had about 10 or 12 Tahoes registered, and that was before Cadillac was starting to send cars to Europe. So they were not used of seeing that, you know, that kind of big trucks. The only guy that was driving like a big truck was a Hummer, and it was you know, Hallyday, you know, the singer from France. Everybody knows him, and everybody hated him because he had that big H1, you know, and you knew it was him. So you know, yeah, I was insulted every day, but it was a fun drive. I loved it, and I sold it in Paris when I decided to get rid of the car in 5 or 6 days for 45,000 euros, which was $60,000. That's the most money I made on a car in such a short time, and the car was destroyed. You know, it would have taken so much to correct the paint. You have no idea. It was in bad shape. 45,000 euros. It was good.
As a luxury and exotic brand dealer, you know the challenge of putting the right price tag on perfection. Ritz Garage places you directly in touch with our qualified network of new and used dealers with no auction fees. Ritz Garage. Premium cars, premium dealers without premium fees.